This is TechVibe Radio, your front row seat to Pittsburgh's technology and innovation economy. TechVibe is brought to you by Compunetics at compunetics.com, Chorus Call at choruscall.com, Highmark at highmark.com, Huntington Bank at huntington.com, Kindling at thekindlingagency.com, PNC Bank at pnc.com, and Savior at savior.com. TechVibe proudly broadcasts from the Huntington Bank studios. Good morning. So happy to have you joining us here for TechVibe. It's your front row seat to Pittsburgh's technology and innovation ecosystem. I'm Jonathan Kersting.
And I'm Audrey Russo.
And Audrey, today we are diving deep into the world of AI engineering with the one, the only Bill Elm. He's no stranger to the Tech Council or to TechVibe. He's the president of Resilient Cognitive Solutions. And Audrey, they are one of Pittsburgh's most pioneering companies for shaping how humans and machines think, decide, and act together. Hard stuff.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, good stuff.
You know, everyone's talking about AI. It's almost like a song, right?
It is. Can we make our own AI jingle sometime soon, Audrey?
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Be like, AI, AI.
Everybody's talking about a new thing, honey, but it's still AI to me.
Wow, Billy Joel. You get points on that. Okay, I digress.
Nice.
Bill, this is the first-class treatment you get here on TechVibe, right?
Yeah.
You get serenaded with a song.
So what is it? Let's just talk about, like, resilientcognitivesolutions.com. So if you're listening,
Yep.
you can go right there, spell it all out. But what is AI engineering? I mean, there's a lot of gobbledygook that people are talking.
Yeah, and there's so much hype and so much excitement that there's all kind of people sort of just pouring money at it.
Absolutely.
And what it really comes down to is engineering things that really work. There tends to be an over-focus on the cool tech and the shiny object, and that really doesn't deliver a complete tool, a complete operational environment that really pays off and delivers the value that everybody's investing in.
But it's fun.
It's very fun, very cool, and it's right in our sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
So as a decision analysis company, a decision support making company, it doesn't really matter to us. It fell right into our wheelhouse, where people always have to work with technologies to get their job done. AI is just the newest, biggest technology in that family. So we've been very good at helping people work with technology all the way back to 3 Mile Island and advanced control room design for the nuclear industry, which is now coming back around, and
Isn't
those
that
control
amazing?
rooms are starting to get built.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool for me to live long enough to see that.
I think it just goes to say how long you've been doing this, which shows your depth and skill in this area that some people think is new, right?
Exactly. Yep. So we've been focusing on this for a while, and we're really uniquely good at it. So we're the world leader right here in Pittsburgh in decision support system development, and human AI teams and AI engineering is just the latest incarnation of that.
So if our, to sort of reach our listeners who are a broad spectrum, what problem would they be having right now that they should definitely call you?
If they are starting their brand new corporate AI initiative and they've got the hardware spun up and they've got their data holdings all in hand,
Okay.
and they've got a business objective critically dependent on that AI success.
Mm-hmm.
You mean what they promised their advisory board?
Exactly.
Exactly, right.
And there's an MIT report that says 92% of AI projects are not meeting their business objectives.
And that's why they need you.
Exactly. And
Exactly.
what we do really prevents that. The causes are predictable. They're well known and well established.
Right.
They're just not front of mind for people that are focused on that AI algorithm or the language model data set or the machine learning algorithm itself. You have to step back and really understand how it's used in the real world.
So we can't just play with it and just put our businesses at risk.
Exactly.
Exactly
You can
right.
play with it, but that isn't going to pay off for your business and satisfy that board of advisors, right?
Oh, yeah. And especially,
Go on, Tom.
I mean, for us, it's like Audrey and I keep seeing this, that everybody wants to get into applying some sort of AI just to say they're doing it, but it really has to come down to a real business cost, which is why I think we see that number, that startling number, like why things don't work.
Right.
But I think now as people are kind of sobering up around this, they realize they need help. They need an advisor like a Resilient Cognitive Solutions to really be able to take AI and make their data then actionable with it.
Right. Which is why I'm excited about the engineering word in AI engineering. It isn't just an AI toy. It isn't an AI research project. It's real engineering or real systems to do real things for your business.
And so what should people be thinking about? So again, if I'm listening to this and I'm running, a business across any market sector, what should I be thinking about?
It all has to be grounded in the real decision making that you are trying to use that AI leverage against.
So like I would better understand my customer. I would better understand maintenance issues. I would better give some examples.
Yeah, and I'm saying that from this decision making perspective.
Okay.
What happens to most people is that a friend of mine describes it as they try to automate the stupid part. So you get to some place that nobody likes doing that task, we'll let the AI do it. Or it's labor intensive, we'll let the AI do it, which means you're just automating that spot in that workflow. That workflow, just step back. Maybe you want to do it a completely different way when it's AI enabled. So now you're rethinking your business process, and you really have to understand it at a deep level to do that.
It's also very different. So like if you put in these systems, very often people put systems in and applications in, and right off the shelf, right? They go, oh, we want to do a vanilla implementation. Then they do a customization, et cetera.
Right.
Very often businesses don't even understand what their flows are.
Exactly. And that's where you need somebody that does AI engineering that really understands that. That is fundamental to our process. And it, again, goes all the way back to the research and decision making. And that's the lens that we look at that stuff through. So it isn't just a series of tasks or procedure steps.
So it could be the applications that you're using and the way that you're using them as well.
And that's where it starts, right? But what you don't want to do is just pound an AI square peg into your workflow.
It's so much fun when you do that.
And it looks good.
There's lots of smashing, yes.
Yeah, and it does things, and that LLM, if you start to get all of those urban legends, if you prompt it nicely, it'll give you better results. It doesn't have feelings. It's a statistical token predictor. It doesn't, right? So you get all these urban legends.
Well, Audrey and I have to start over again, don't we? I digress, sorry.
But people naturally do that. They anthropomorphize this stuff, and just because it generates sentences, you think it's a human, and you want to be kind to it, you want to be nice to it, and they talk about, and you see all of these coping behaviors, prompt engineering. Now you want to take a class in writing.
I think that's pretty funny. I could teach a class in prompt engineering.
And it's a thing.
So if anyone's listening, pghtech.org,
Prompting.
just reach out to Jonathan.
Yeah, exactly.
Jonathan, I can do prompt engineering.
She's great at it.
So again, those become some of the distractors that really take people down these roads, and they think they're going to get business success by writing better prompts. Right. And that's not really the breakthrough. That's not the heart of the problem. The heart of the problem is coupling the decision making of the tech or the decision capabilities of the tech with that ultimately responsible business owner or operations executive or somebody that owns that job to get it done right and more productively.
Well, Bill, I can tell you real fast, we got about a minute left. I'm going to say I'm so glad we're talking to you, because as you're saying these things, it's not just the prompting. Like, it goes to show you how much you really need someone that knows what they're doing to help you with this. And I think about the depth and breadth of experience that RCS has. I mean, really going back 45, 50 years.
Our background in RCS has been around since 2007, so we're in our 18th year. 18th year, yeah. And then we do this at scale for DoD and IC customers, retail customers.
Exactly.
And that makes us, really a really good local support provider.
Exactly.
For vendors and companies here in
which is why if you're listening out there, you got to go to resilientcognitivesolutions.com and really dig into this, because this, as Audrey will say, it's business, man. It cannot fail. Like, this is not a time to just mess around, but if you're going to get serious about this and look for results, I think people got to reach out and talk to you.
So when we come back, we're going to talk about Brittalytics,
right?
And maybe a case study about how you actually work with a customer as well, too, to make this stuff happen.
And Brittalytics is our analysis process, our engineering process for finding those hidden flaws that will ultimately cause those big problems down the road.
I love it. Oh my goodness, we need more time. We'll be right back after this quick break. It's Jonathan Kersting.
And this is Audrey Russo.
We are from the Pittsburgh Technology Council all day long. Go to pghtech.org and we'll see you on the next side of this fun commercial break. The Pittsburgh Technology Council has been helping our region's tech companies succeed since 1983. The Pittsburgh Technology Council helps its members meet new customers, hire top talent, make headlines, and have a strong voice in government. From startup to multinational, the PTC helps tech companies and advanced manufacturers of all sizes. See how we can help your venture grow at pghtech.org. That's pghtech.org. A strong work culture is the invisible force that binds employees to each other, to the company, and to their work. It's linked to better business outcomes, happier employees, and increased retention. How we work and where we work continue to evolve in almost every way, yet our human need for connection and purpose remains. Help your employees connect and thrive by evolving your culture to support your team, regardless of how or where they work. So discover how the Kindling Culture Agency can transform your company's culture at sparkssomethingbig.com. That's the Kindling Culture Agency at sparkssomethingbig.com. Compunetics is the leading developer of unified voice, video, and data collaboration and conferencing applications for the service provider, government, and unique workflow applications. The Summit Olympus and Evergreen platforms, driven by their encrypted user interfaces, enable powerful and secure collaboration. Combined with world-class support and innovative professional services, Compunetics delivers the right solution every time. Learn more at compunetics.com. This is TechVibe Radio, your front row seat to Pittsburgh's technology and innovation economy. TechVibe is brought to you by Compunetics at compunetics.com, Chorus Call at choruscall.com, Highmark at highmark.com, Huntington Bank at huntington.com, Kindling at thekindlingagency.com, PNC Bank at pnc.com, and Savior at savior.com. TechVibe proudly broadcasts from the Huntington Bank studios. As promised, we are back here with TechVibe Radio. This is Jonathan Kersting.
And this is Audrey Russo.
Audrey, it's always great hanging out with you on a Sunday, talking to folks like Bill Elm of Resilient Cognitive Solutions. Go to resilientcognitivesolutions.com. Say that 10 times fast. And we're just having this intriguing conversation this morning. And if you just joined us, I'm glad you're here because I think we're just getting to the good parts, Audrey.
Well, yeah, I mentioned before the break that we were going to talk about Britalytics. And I want to start there, just talk about what that is, and then we'll dive in a little bit.
So Britalytics, it's a portmanteau of brittleness and analytics. So it is our analytic engineering process for finding these flaws that have eluded people and are hidden, that ultimately result in, down the road, either why the project didn't succeed, why users struggled and got disenchanted with the project, or worst case, contributed to a major accident like the USS Cole or the McCain. The McCain is a better example. Sailors died, commanders got relieved because of the technology they put on the bridge had these brittlenesses in it. So Britalytics is our...
So you're talking about what happened in Maryland, in Boston? In Baltimore?
No, this was several years ago. The McCain it might be a destroyer. It's a naval warship in the Straits of Singapore. They lost control of the ship because of the design of the digital bridge. Worked well for years, and under these unique conditions, the brittleness reared itself and contributed to the crash. And that's really what Britalytics is about. They're well proven, they're well researched, and what we've reduced it to is kind of a questionnaire. I say it's a little bit like going to the back of one of your favorite magazines and you answer the 25 questions about why is my dating life, on the rails or something? And it answers.
I prefer
it
to
tells you
keep that private.
Audrey has Claude for that, actually. So, yeah, it's all
we
good.
don't.
Yeah.
People don't use magazines for that.
Modern
anymore.
times here, Bill. Modern times, yes.
So Britalytics is we've got a similar questionnaire in a tool that helps developers and systems engineers and product owners and agile development teams to prevent building them in the first place or detecting them in the current tools and systems that they have built.
And you can apply this towards anything that has some AI built into it because that's part of the system. And this thing goes through the entire system to see where there could be some brittleness, right?
Exactly. In the context of your real engineering, your real business use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're scaring us, us lovers of playing with the toy.
Well, when you play with a toy, you don't have much at risk, and it's fun to play with. When you're betting somebody's life on it, when you're betting your business success on it, you don't want to think of it as playing with a toy. And how much fun it is secondary to is it effective at
So
my
let's
business.
talk about a case study. You want to talk about a use case?
Sure. We had a customer come to us after several years of development of AI, machine learning vision analytics. And you hear a lot in the news about object detection and vision analytics.
All the time, yes.
Gartner regards it as a mature technology, past the hype curve, past the valley of disappointment, ready for production. So they rolled out an environment with sort of plug-and-play visual analytics in it, and analysts hated it. They would not use it. So the program manager called us and said, the engineering is sound, the F1 score, the accuracy score, the algorithm is great. In some, they claimed it was better than humans at detecting these objects in these videos. Why don't people use it, and why doesn't it work? So they were at end game. Budget is pretty well gone. Schedule's pretty well used up.
Save us.
And analysts, users are rejecting it.
Oh, boy.
And what we found is it had about 12 of these brittlenesses at these critical points that we were able to sort of invert and fix, not really change the embedded services. The AI ran essentially the same way it ran before, but fundamentally turn and adjust how it's used and how it connects into those business workflows and those operational workflows. And they went from rejecting it to saying, can we use it with twice the volume of data that it was intended for? So it sort of increased that user appetite for this massive volume of data. And they went from rejecting it to falling in love with it and really having big beneficial impact by using the second version.
I would say the bacon was fully removed from the fire on that one. I mean, that's the power of what you guys do.
Exactly.
Right?
Bacon.
Yeah. I'm hungry.
Doesn't
Sunday
eat
morning,
bacon.
man. Yeah, bacon.
He's making me hungry.
Me too. But that to me is a perfect example of how a company with your depth and expertise can take something and then find out what was wrong with it. And if you were been part of that process developing it, you could have seen that ahead of time and saved you time and money and a lot of pain and grief.
Yep.
So
and
that's
done even better.
It's good. And, it's good for people like you and I who like to play with new toys to hear some reality checking. Right?
Yeah, I mean, because he's in the trenches every day there, Bill, and that's why it's like, whoa, you're seeing the stuff that we just don't get to see.
And again, that's sort of our mission statement, is doing it for real. So you want to be able to use imperfect AI in a messy world. The data's never perfect, the algorithm's never perfect, and that's the real world. The weather's not what you expected. There's always something a little bit off, and that's the real world. So how do you get business benefit, mission benefit from imperfect AI in a messy world? And that's what we build. That's what we do.
Ah, great tagline. Great way. Thank you for joining us.
That's just so much fun.
That's great. Go to resilientcognitivesolutions.com.
All day long. And every time I ride my bike past your offices on the south side, I'm always wondering what's going on in there. And today we got a little tiny glimpse.
You should come on in and check us out.
I'm all hot and sweaty. You wouldn't want me in there. But just in case, because I'm always just impressed with the genius horsepower that's going on back there, because you're working for some great customers. I mean, the government, defense, all these great things. I mean, when they're trusting you, that really means something. And in fact, you guys are here in Pittsburgh doing it. Pretty fantastic, Bill. Really glad to have you hanging out with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Good stuff, Audrey. This is why we love doing the show.
Really great.
I mean,
so informative.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes me just wonder, like, as businesses move forward, as all this technology just keeps moving forward. And
The
how
hype. I mean, I know hype is an overused word, but
that's the
it's
word
gonna
for it.
break a little bit.
It's going to break
It's gonna
a little
break
bit.
now. I know,
Yep.
and having someone here to sort of like talk to us with
Exactly.
some semblance of what's real is pretty cool.
And the way we think about it, if data is the fuel for the new millennia, we think of these AI engines as the motor that uses that
Right.
fuel and generates that horsepower. We're about building the rest of that race car so you can win Le Mans with that engine using that fuel. So you have to build the whole car, and it has to be able to run an endurance race for your business.
Well, the Mulsanne Strait better look out because I think it's a great way for us to wind this down because that really just crystallizes how that all comes together. Thanks for coming out, hanging out with us. Audrey, another show under our belt.
That's great.
Yeah, I can't wait for next week. Good stuff
great.
happening here. Yeah, in case you forgot, we're from the Pittsburgh Tech Council. Go to pghtech.org. Audrey, last time I checked, we just love helping tech companies succeed. It's what we love
That's
doing.
what we do.
Yeah,
Today was another such program,
perfect stuff.
Yep.
Catch you guys on the next one. This has been Jonathan Kersting.
and this is Audrey Russo.
We'll see you next Sunday. And in case you want more Tech Vibe, go to wherever you get your podcasts and just look for Tech Vibe. Thanks for geeking out with us on TechVibe Radio. Tune in next Sunday for more tech and innovation stories right here from Pittsburgh. Get Tech Vibe wherever you get your podcasts and never miss a show. Tech Vibe is brought to you by Compunetics at Compunetics.com, Chorus Call at ChorusCall.com, Highmark at Highmark.com, Huntington Bank at Huntington.com, Kindling Agency at TheKindlingAgency.com, PNC Bank at PNC.com, and Savior at Savior.com. And we're always coming at you right from the Huntington Bank studio.